Welcome to This Explainer. Let's dive straight into this, because today we're unpacking a fascinating and, frankly, pretty alarming topic. Every single day, millions of us walk into supermarkets, scanning the aisles for that comforting, beautiful green label that says organic. We do it because, well, we want the best for our health and for our families. But what if the very industry promising you a clean, chemical-free lifestyle is actually built on a massive foundation of clever illusions? Today, we're deconstructing the organic food industry. We're peeling back the layers of those green labels to see if what's on your plate is truly healthy or if it's just one brilliant marketing scam.
So, are you paying for poison? I know, it sounds a bit dramatic, right? But think about it. We go way out of our way to buy products that claim to be straight from nature, assuming our well-intentioned quest for clean eating is actually working. We think we're buying a shield against toxins, but as the agricultural data and market research show us, that shield might literally just be made of paper. The harsh reality is that the so-called natural chemicals used in some of these processes can be surprisingly unregulated.
And what's truly startling here is the financial cost. Get this, consumers willingly pay up to 3 times more for a product simply because it has an organic sticker slapped on it. 3 times. We happily hand over that premium, fueled by a genuine fear of toxins and a desire for safe food. But we have to ask, is our health truly the priority for these manufacturers, or are we just funding a premium price tag for a carefully crafted illusion?
To really get what's going on, we have to look at the rules of the game. Section 1. Labeling loopholes and hidden chemistry.
Let's take a word like fresh on a bottle of tomato ketchup. You see that and immediately picture tomatoes straight from the farm, right? Pure, natural. But if you turn that exact same packet around and squint at the incredibly fine print, you'll often find that fresh is actually just a trademarked brand name. It has absolutely zero legal connection to being straight from nature. It's completely meaningless as a descriptor. And that exact same trick is constantly used with so-called organic products. Companies know that the moment you see the word organic, your logical brain kind of switches off.
As our sources powerfully point out, legalized corruption allows companies to mislead consumers about what they're eating. That's a heavy statement. This isn't just a minor accident, it's systemic. The regulations out there have massive blind spots, and they allow marketers to prioritize profit over transparency. It makes it absolutely crucial for us to look straight past those comforting, fluffy marketing words on the packaging.
Here's the real kicker. Just because a product has an official organic certification does not mean it's 100% chemical-free. Despite having that certification, a lot of these products are legally allowed to contain what are called permitted chemicals. And as we dig into the actual research, we find that some of these permitted synthetic additives are, frankly, highly dangerous to your health.
Let's break down the hard chemistry hiding behind that natural vibe. A lot of these organic-looking snacks rely heavily on common E-number additives. Take E338, which is phosphoric acid. That's known to cause severe bone and tooth damage over the long term. Or look at E110, sunset yellow. It's a synthetic dye used just to give things a vibrant color, but it's directly linked to hyperactivity and a lack of concentration in children.
And this brings up a really disturbing global double standard. That exact synthetic color we just talked about, sunset yellow, E110, is considered so harmful that it's been straight up banned in places like Europe, specifically because of what it does to kids. Yet, due to lax regulations and giant loopholes, companies continue to use it freely and without any hesitation in countries like India. It basically shows us that food safety is largely dependent on geography, not biology.
Which naturally leads us away from the factory and back out to the farm. Section 2, the contamination reality and the pesticide myth.
Now, before we look at the farm-level numbers, we have to ask, how do we actually uncover the truth behind the pesticide myth? Well, in today's fast-changing and sometimes deceptive market, analyzing complex data, often using modern tools like AI, is literally our best defense. It's the only way to bridge the gap between what a shiny label claims and what the agricultural studies actually prove. We have to follow the hard data.
And here's what happens when you do look at that data. Historical reports analyzing major soft drink brands in Delhi that claim to use natural elements revealed a staggering reality. The actual amount of pesticides found in the drinks was 30 to 36 times higher than the legally permitted limits. 30 to 36 times! When products claiming to be natural fail this spectacularly, you really have to wonder what is happening out on the actual organic farms.
Because the reality on the ground is pretty messy. First off, the biopesticides used on organic farms often completely lack strict oversight. But honestly, more importantly, we cannot ignore widespread environmental pollution. If a region's soil and groundwater are already deeply contaminated, those toxic elements are going to seep into the crops, regardless of whether the farmer uses organic compost or synthetic fertilizer. You can swap out the fertilizer all you want, but if the water and soil are polluted, those toxins are getting into your food.
Okay, let's pivot to a highly specific and honestly very dangerous solution. Section 3. The organic sugar trap.
I want you to hold on to this number in your mind. 82.8 grams. That is roughly half a glass of pure sugar. And that is exactly the amount hidden inside a standard 600 milliliter bottle of cold drink. It doesn't matter if the label features a gorgeous picture of a pristine, dewy farm. That amount of sugar completely obliterates your daily recommended limit in one go.
So let's dismantle this myth right now. Organic sugar is chemically identical to refined sugar once it enters your body. Your metabolism does not care about the green label. The sources highlight that sugar, organic or not, is as highly addictive as illicit substances like cocaine. Thinking you're safe just because you're drinking an organic juice or eating organic sweets is a total trap. That sugar is still actively driving obesity, diabetes, and the risk of heart attacks.
So after exposing all these deep flaws in the organic marketing scam, where does that leave us? Section 4. Taking back control and real solutions.
The very first step is redefining the word itself. True organic isn't found in a shiny, premium-priced box sitting under the buzzing fluorescent lights of a shopping mall. True organic is what you get fresh, directly from your local farmer. We really need to shift our trust away from the big supermarket brands and take it back to the source.
So here are the concrete steps you can take today. Step 1. Make local, fresh, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables the actual core of your diet. Step 2. Distance yourself from processed and packaged foods as much as humanly possible. And why? Well, that's step 3. You have to watch out for hidden carcinogens. The source material specifically warns about potassium bromate. That's a cancer-causing agent that frequently hides out in processed, packaged goods that just sit on shelves for months. Stick to fresh, whole foods.
Which brings us to the final question I want to leave you with today. Who really controls your health? Is it the multi-million-dollar brands with their clever green stickers? Or is it you? The remote control to your well-being doesn't belong to a corporation. It relies entirely on your own knowledge, your research, and your common sense. Look past the marketing, ask the hard questions, and rely on real data to make your choices. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking questions, and I'll see you on the next one.